Alright everyone, welcome back to the Witcher Enhanced Edition Part 17. So we left off last part just arriving back in Vizima at the start of Chapter 5. So Chapter 5, we just have Chapter 5 left in the epilogue. Chapter 5 is very different from the rest of the game because the beginning section is different depending on who you sided with, who you ended up picking in Chapter 4, be it the Scoia'tael, the Order, or if you just decide to go neutral entirely. So since I picked neutral, we'll mostly be running through the city, and we're fair game for anyone to attack us, be it the Scoia'tael or the Order. We just need to fight through the city and pretty much find our friends, Zoltan, Triss, anyone else really, and just make sure they're okay and see if we can find out where Alvin teleported to. This is one of the few times you'll be able to access your stash, because Dandelion will not stay with you the whole time, so make sure you grab everything you want out of there before you're done. Make sure you have all the alchemy ingredients you need if you want to make more potions. Make sure you have the bases and any of the items you'll need to finish any upcoming side quests that we're going to have when we get to the Swamp Cemetery.
I knew you'd be back sooner or later. You missed a lot.
Greetings, Vincent. Why are you here?
I'm responsible for King Radovid's safety while he's in Temeria. We'd be deep in it if anything would have happened to him.
Has Foltest returned?
Yes. He's in old Vizima. Knowing whose orders we're following really boosted morale.
I need to get into old Vizima. I stand a chance of getting in alone, but not with... Do you follow?
What's going on?
I have a job for you, Dandelion, regarding King Radovid. The Witcher's flapping tongue would be a liability.
Why do I think you're up to something?
It's true, I'm not suited to converse with kings.
Done. Dandelion, wait for me at the King's camp. Geralt, do what you must.
So over here we have both Carmen and Radovid is over here. You can talk to him.
Greetings, Geralt.
Your Highness.
Congratulations on the Professor. Pompous twit tried to blackmail me once. Thanks for the good news.
My pleasure.
What brings you here?
Some people I care about need help.
I wish you luck.
What's the situation in Vizima?
Total chaos. But thanks to my agents, Foltest returned and is trying to restore order.
I see. I'd like to be on my way, sire.
Farewell.
Commander forbade us from joining the fight on either side. I don't understand.
Thank you, Geralt. Thanks again.
How are the girls?
They still speak of you. Shani and I have become friends.
Good. I hope she's well.
She treats the sick and wounded no matter their race. Not all look kindly on that.
I see.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen her since it all began.
I'll try to find her. Farewell.
Just some nice little conversations you can have. So get your steel sword out and be ready.
Ah, you're in time for quite a scrap.
Looks quiet.
All quiet at the front. Here they clash, there they grunt, and again, all quiet at the front. Yea, in one. Almost all Vizima's non-humans took up arms.
How'd that happen?
When the Order started killing women and children, even the most assimilated elves rebelled. Dumbest move since the age of King Desmod.
Maybe the Grand Master wanted to provoke non-humans.
As if that wasn't enough. Rumors surfaced about non-humans being resettled in old Vizima because we're more susceptible to plague. Fucking fairy tale, of course.
What are you doing here?
We need to repel the attacking knights. Then I want to lead the civilians and Shani's patients out of old Vizima.
Shani's in old Vizima?
She's organized a kind of field hospital. She mentioned you.
I'll try breaking through to her.
So if you're Scoia'tael aligned, you would normally be given the quest Hope Burns Bright. If you were order aligned, you get the Flame that Cleanses, but since we're neutral, we get Under a Fiery Sky. If we sided with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan would offer to help us. If we sided with the Order, he'd be understandably angry at us. And if we're neutral, he's just pretty much neutral to us. He's not going to be upset with us, but he's not going to fight with us either. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Tried to go back to the temple quarter, forgot you had to go to Old Vizima.
Gracious sire, this is madness. You should not expose yourself to such danger. Wait here and allow me to summon a stronger force.
Nonsense, Velerad. This is my city, the capital of my kingdom. Damn it, I rule this land, and I refuse to creep around its corners.
Gracious sire!
Silence! You know you might as well wipe your ass with those intelligence reports. I want to see it with my own eyes.
Non-humans attacking! Protect the king!
For freedom! Kill the Dwan!
I'll hang you by your own guts, human!
It's the Grand Master! We're saved!
You return, sire. I trust you are not too late. Your kingdom is in need.
You should know kings are never late, Jacques.
Sire, flames engulf half the city, and the blood of your subjects fills the gutters. This is no time for word games. You must act.
What do you propose?
Allow me to command your army, and the freedom to do as I see fit.
Never. Over my dead body.
It was close this time. Next time, I might arrive too late to help.
I've seen enough. Velerad, back to the castle. What is he doing here?
He dropped in. He seems to have a talent for that. What shall I do with him?
He'll come with us. I have a matter to discuss with him. Witcher of Rivia.
Sire, I am honored.
As I'm sure you surmised, I have not summoned you here out of whim. A serious matter weighs upon us. A curse binds my daughter. I want you to remove it. I have gathered all who might offer aid. De Wet has been the princess's adjutant for the past half-year. Velerad has known Ada since her childhood. And Triss Merigold is here for her extensive knowledge of magic and female intuition. Consult them and think upon this matter. We shall speak about it again soon.
As you wish, Your Highness.
In the meantime, equally urgent issues demand our attention.
I'm listening, sire.
Witcher, imagine returning home from an excursion against a monster, a Kikimor for instance, only to discover your home a whorehouse.
Your Highness.
I'm not finished. Those you left in charge failed you. A traitor threatens to oust you from the home of your ancestors. Wouldn't you be angered? Would you not elect to shed more blood?
Forgive me, sire, but we Witchers don't meddle in politics.
Yes, the famed neutrality. Alas, that is a luxury I cannot afford. Both sides chose my city as a battleground. Both will be duly punished.
I understand, sire, but how can I help?
You could start by being more enthusiastic about aiding a king. You could offer to slay whomever I choose.
Forgive me, sire, but...
Silence, Witcher, before you say too much. Rulers don't enjoy being refused more than once.
I'm certain you're right, sire.
I must attend to some urgent matters. Speak with these excellent minds. Gain their insight. And don't forget my daughter, Witcher. I'm counting on you.
I won't forget.
My servant will summon you when I have more time.
Okay, so with the whole city burning down, King Foltest still wants us to deal with his daughter, who's still a striga. So we need to talk to Velerad, DeWet, and Triss regarding that.
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Velerad.
I saw you speaking with the king. I gather it was unpleasant.
It could be worse.
Geralt.
The king told me about Ada.
Dreadful, you warned us it might return. Can you break the spell a second time?
We'll see. You seem to remember last time well.
Certainly. You stayed from dusk till dawn in the old manor house where the striga had her sarcophagus. Kept half the city awake with the noise you made. We went to the manor at dawn and saw the two of you lying on the floor by the sarcophagus in a pool of blood. You were barely breathing, but the princess was cured. With the traitor Ostrid dead, the king was overjoyed.
Many victims this time round?
I don't know. These days, the corpses lie thicker than flies on a pile of manure.
Know where the striga sleeps in daytime?
No, but she's been seen in old Vizima. She may hunt there.
Removing the princess's curse will be risky.
True, but the king has ways of encouraging you to do it.
We'll see.
Do what you will, but remember, Foltest loves his daughter very much.
I know.
Geralt.
Aren't you a bit afraid, Velerad? The king looked irate.
At me?
I'd watch what I say if I were you.
I've served Temeria all my life. If they condemn me, I'll hold my head high as I walk to the gallows.
Farewell.
Witcher?
Count.
No titles, please. Let us bury past misunderstandings in the name of a greater cause.
So be it.
Geralt?
The king wants me to lift the curse that holds Ada.
Not surprising. You succeeded once, though it nearly cost you your life. The striga's appearance possibly spells the end for Foltest. Many say he offended the gods. Remember how she first became a striga?
Remind me.
As a youth, Foltest had quite an appetite. So much so that he ploughed his own sister. Their child died at birth, but then continued to grow in its coffin, only coming out to feed. Then you arrived, and broke the spell, though apparently not completely. The striga's reappearance proves the royal dynasty is cursed. The people are sensitive to such signs. No wonder Foltest wants you to kill the striga.
I thought I was supposed to lift the curse.
You are to keep the striga from becoming an eyesore.
The chance of removing the curse is minimal.
I've heard a rumor of an additional reward for killing the striga.
I'm not interested in rumors.
You should be. It's your choice, Witcher, but give it some thought.
Farewell.
Geralt, I was worried about you.
I worried too. I'm proud of you. Heard how you fought for Alvin. Horrible things are happening in Vizima.
True, but the king has placed me under his, protection. Tell me, where's Alvin?
Alvin... Vanished into thin air one day, despite the amulet I gave him.
Vanished? That's awful. He might be anywhere in time and space. I had hoped the amulet would block those abilities.
I hope he'll be all right. Triss, I've been thinking about us.
Oh, Geralt.
I love you. I want to be with you no matter what. Love is the sole thing of beauty in these rotten times.
Geralt.
I could change, take fewer risks. We'd find Alvin, live together. I'd build a house.
A house? Nice dream. You could breed horses and sheep. I'd tend the garden, cook meals. We'd sell what we grew to buy copper pots, iron rakes. We'd age with dignity. Evenings you'd play bagpipes of your own making as a remedy for my gloom. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to... Geralt, say something.
I can't lose you.
I'm here. These are trying times. We just need to survive. We can dream again when the madness passes.
Triss, I
love you too, Geralt. To the end of time.
Yes?
Was she supposed to give me an update on the striga? I don't remember.
Yes.
Geralt.
What do you think about the situation with Ada?
She's a striga, Geralt. We both know that curses don't cast themselves.
Any theories?
Years ago when you first removed the curse, you ordered the princess to wear a necklace with an inclusion. Juniper, broom, and hazel branches were to be burned in her chambers.
Don't tell me. Someone replaced the necklace and added crap to the fire.
Yes, someone close to her who knew the secret. Velared might know something.
So you think I should aid the king?
Definitely. In a sense, I'm a political prisoner. I could teleport away, but that would be highly inappropriate, and I still have a few matters to settle here.
Namely?
I can't tell you. For the time being, my position is tenuous. If you help Foltest with the striga, maybe you could vouch for me. I could resolve a few things and go free. How about it?
If that's what you want, Triss.
Thank you, Geralt.
My endgame with Salamandra draws near.
I know. I'd like to help you.
How?
Have you heard of gnomic armor?
I'd need a skilled armorer to remake it. Someone with great knowledge of metals.
Kalkstein. He's an old Vizima. He's certainly not short on knowledge and would help you.
What do you think happened to Alvin?
Frankly, I never guessed he'd bypass the Dimeridium. That would be a feat for many sorcerers. Clearly, he has enough power to teleport himself anywhere, perhaps even through time.
I've got to go.
Imbeciles.
Our merciful master will see you now, sir. Go upstairs to his chambers.
I'll go immediately.
Okay, so we can talk to Kalkstein about getting that armor.
Geralt.
Farewell.
The king won't be pleased.
Alright, there's one more side quest we need to do.
Yes?
Talk to this lady over here.
Wish on a star? A witcher? In my native Beauclair in the Duchy of Toussaint? A witcher once spent an entire holiday feast dancing with a sorceress.
Not I, milady. I dance rather poorly.
Do all witchers have white hair?
No, milady. I am alone in that.
Perhaps I am confused. Regardless, I do have a certain matter for you.
How can I help?
Très bien. Mon Dieu. My 3 cousins recently fled the city due to some unfortunate coincidences.
Did they incur the king's disfavor?
Of a sort. I wish to send them some coin to alleviate their situation. Understand?
Perfectly. I'll act as messenger for an appropriate fee.
Ah, Parfait! My cousins Corbin, Buse, and Ramiro sought refuge in the swamp, in the caves there. Please deliver 300 orens to each of them.
As for my fee...
My cousins will give you a receipt. Take these to old Vizima, to the captain of the mercenaries, my fiancé. He will reward you.
Farewell.
Make sure before you talk to King Foltest that you make sure you have a decent save right here, because he's actually the the last poker player you have to beat to get legendary status. I'll just take his flint while we're at it, because why not?
Witcher.
Your Highness.
No need for titles. Speak freely. You've had time to think. What's the prognosis on removing the curse from my daughter?
It's possible.
Could the curse have returned by itself?
Unlikely. Someone must have cast it again.
Should you succeed, would Ada's mind be that of a child?
I don't believe so. She'd likely recall all that occurred before her transformation.
You don't believe so? You're not making this any easier, Geralt. Do what you can to remove the curse. Failing that, you may slay her without fear of retribution from me. When I last gave you my trust, you did not disappoint me.
Thank you, sire.
Don't thank me yet. Should you learn who cast the curse, tell me and only me. If you succeed, I'll grant your every wish, within reason, of course. If you must slay her, do it quickly, cleanly. If you fail, and my daughter suffers, those dear to you will suffer too.
I understand, sire.
Good.
Sire, another disease consumes your kingdom.
What would that be, Witcher?
I have been investigating an organization known as Salamandra.
My daughter dealt with them, stupid girl. I regret I ever departed. To your credit, Velerad said you thinned their ranks considerably. I trust you shall finish the matter.
Exactly my aim.
One last matter, Witcher. Forgive me, but I had you followed. I received a report about your personal life.
Your Highness?
You must know that I hardly did this out of lewd curiosity. My spies report that you are romancing Marigold. I need to know if there is anything more to it.
We're lovers. Nothing more, nothing less.
Ha! I knew it from the start. My spies have much to learn. I suspected it was only sex. Enjoy, Geralt. If you desire to go to Vizima, talk to my chamberlain. I shall be away from the castle for some time. See Velerad about any other needs.
So I shall. Farewell, sire.
One more thing, Witcher.
Yes, sire.
This is, confidential. So you must pledge these words will not venture beyond these walls.
I shall take them to the grave with me.
My spies tell me you play poker. And, well, I have trouble finding worthy opponents at court. They fear I would have their heads if I lost. Care to play?
Let's see if I can win on first try. Oh boy, that's good. That is why you do it, because you only get one chance to play him. You can't play him again if you lose. So I'll just skip through all this.
Which your no, it's could unlike should I don't you think don't if I go so what I might you Tristan no need to be there for if you so or yes the they can.
If this takes too long, I will start cutting. Hopefully it's not as horrendous as the gambling ghost was. Still can't believe that took me over 20 minutes to do. This is looking promising. See what he gets. Oh, I'd like to take that back completely. This is not looking promising at all. Well, let's just see if I can get 5 threes. No, but I got a full house. Alright, come on, big money. That's not great. He's probably gonna beat me. Yep. Yeah, I might start cutting some of this.
With your it can I think if goes what I take your you they it's oh yes they can.
Alright, if I hard cut it or not, welcome back. If not, we won. I'm a poker legend! Yay! That's the last dice poker game of the whole game, so everyone rejoice.
Yes?
I'd like to return to Vizima.
Are you ready, sir?
I am.
Alright, since we're neutral in this whole conflict, we're not going to be helping the Scoia'tael or the Order. We're pretty much going to be supporting the Temerian military and we're pretty much just going to be helping civilians flee the area while looking for evidence of the striga and salamandra.
A gift from the gods. Shani told us about you.
We met at St. Lebioda's hospital in the Temple Quarter.
I heard Shani set up a hospital.
We tried going there, but with the fighting, we can't possibly manage alone.
Knights of the Order and Scoia'tael are fighting in every street and square. Their rule is, if you're not with us, you're against us.
I'm glad I didn't get drawn into the war.
Will you help us reach the hospital?
Stay close to me. I'll try to avoid any fighting.
I'm so tired.
Mercy! Thank you. We couldn't have managed without you.
Yes, I doubt those butchers would have spared us.
Glad to help.
What good is this war if decent citizens of Vizima suffer the most?
Most of the city folk care neither for the Order nor the elves. They just want peace.
Decision time. A turning point. I found my path. Ideals aren't worth dying for, especially if they're based on hatred. I chose neutrality. I'm a Witcher. Everyone disapproved.
Can we help you?
We have much work, but we'll find time for you, should you ask.
But not now. Shani would kill us.
I see. Bye, girls.
Welcome.
You've set up a hospital.
Clever.
Do you have a minute?
I have my hands full. Besides, I'm apparently not worthy of your trust.
What are you talking about?
Alvin, you made it perfectly clear who's worthy of a Witcher's trust and who's not, who you'd sleep with on occasion, and who you'd entrust with a child.
But...
Enough. The wounded need my help.
Master, are you a Witcher?
I am. What is it?
Master Geralt, the she-beast is murdering people.
What happened?
The striga appeared by the tower. I was sent to get a Witcher. Already 5 soldiers have breathed their last. Help us.
Which tower?
The tallest in the district. The one the Scoia'tael set ablaze.
Time to go find that striga. There's no point in really going after enemies unless they're in your way because they just keep respawning. There's also really not much point to looting anything anymore because, or at least not until you get to the swamp cemetery.
Finally, that monster is dead.
Why are you here?
I heard soldiers were fighting a striga, so I came to see Vizima's famous striga princess. Though not a striga, still
Interesting.
Don't get too excited, Kalkstein.
I'll pay these good soldiers to take these remains to my laboratory, and later I'll...
Hold it. If not a striga, what is it?
A combination of alchemy, genetics, biology, and black magic. A mutant, like you. I can't wait to have a closer look.
Like me?
Similar. Magic and alchemy accelerates the mutation. The side effects are practically uncontrollable. It's hellishly quick and strong. To know more, I'd have to dissect it.
I suspect I know who's behind this. Do you know where it came from?
The soldier said it came from the swamp cemetery. Take this scroll. It details the formula for a powerful potion that will help if you choose to fight the striga.
Salamandra grows bolder.
Accelerated mutation and experiments on humans is a dirty business.
And all based on stolen witches' secrets.
Which you guarded for years without succumbing to any of these temptations. Congratulations.
All right, but what about this striga?
If the soldiers were wrong... I heard rumors of certain events in the swamp.
What rumors? Be quick.
They say a corpse was found at the old chapel there, torn open. The large intestine stretched to its full 1.5 meters. All 6.5 meters of the small intestine wrapped around...
That's fine, thanks.
So what we just fought there was a mutant that was created using the stolen secrets from Kaer Morhen. They're pretty much trying to make... they're not trying to make a Witcher, they're just trying to make mutants, a giant mutant army, it seems. And to kill them, you just use the fast or strong steel style, depending on whether or not they're armored or not.
Geralt?
Have you heard of Raven's armor?
An interesting legend. A scientist could learn much about gnome technology from it.
Could you recreate Raven's armor if I brought you the components?
Yes, but I would need a few baubles. The armor of Graf Kobus Reuter, who died at the Battle of Brenna. His armored corpse lies in one of the cemetery crypts.
The swamp cemetery. Kobus Reuter. No problem. Anything else?
The scrolls of an elven songmaster. Once again, try the swamp cemetery.
Plunder the grave of an elven songmaster. What else?
Also in the swamp, you'll find an old mine. When inside, look for a stone sensitive to magic.
I know some spells.
If you use the appropriate set of signs, the stone will reveal a secret passage to the lair of the famous sorceress Agnes de Glanville.
Interesting.
Beware the monsters who have settled there. When you reach the lair, find a magic formula within a chest. Fetch me this formula, and I shall make you the Witcher's armor.
What sign combination should I use?
Ard, Igni, and then Ard again. But reveal this to no one, and of course we'll need Raven's armor. Geralt?
The king asked me to handle the striga.
Vampires once interested me. Unfortunately, I never examined a live... undead specimen. To defeat the striga, you must survive a night near her lair. I'd recommend getting weapon greases, especially Argentia and Crinfrid oil. Your famous Witcher's signs will be useful. Irden will stop the princess briefly, should she run amok.
Kalkstein, I was wondering.
Yes?
In your studies of mutation, did you find any cure for infertility?
Sorry, Geralt.
As I expected. Farewell.
Alright, so he updated the armor quest for us. Since we're neutral, the only person you can go to fix the armor is Kalkstein. You side with the Order of the Scoia'tael, there are different people you go to get it fixed.
What happened with the striga?
False alarm. Some mutant was attacking the soldiers.
Need help?
No more than anyone else.
Let me decide.
Shawnee.
You seem to be in one piece.
Not worried about Knights of the Order or elves showing up? They both think you're treating the enemy.
For me, they aren't enemies, just wounded. In this hospital, we make no racial or political distinctions. I came to understand that at Brenna. Rusty treated Nilfgaardians and our own, even shielded a patient with his own body when elves showed up. If they come here, I hope I have the courage to protect my patients.
I'm sure you will, though I'd rather you escaped.
Nice to hear. Why are you telling me this? What's that sound?
Treating humans, I see. We wound them so they'll die. And you're treating them. How illogical and contrary to our interests.
Out of my hospital! Murder each other to your heart's content in the street, but don't show your faces here.
Shawnee, watch out!
Kill the Dwan!
They wanted to slay the wounded. How can anyone fall so low?
I've seen worse in town.
Thank you, on behalf of all the patients.
They shouldn't bother you anymore. See you later.
Farewell.
What's happening?
You're late. The attackers are already dead. Now please leave. You're scaring the wounded.
Arrest and question all non-humans.
Who gave you these orders?
Our commander, White Rayla. Seize them!
Have you turned stupid, soldier? Either leave on your feet or die on your back.
Die, monster!
Thunder Day!
Some kind of curse!
I need a drink. I can't believe they wanted to slaughter us.
Need any more help?
I must reach the swamp cemetery. Half these wretches won't see tomorrow without the druid's medication.
Perfect. I also need to go there. We'll sneak through.
Let's go. Out the back. Evade the fighting.
You can kind of see why at this point I just wanted to be neutral.
Bad news. I peeked down the alley. It's our only way, and it's teeming with necrophages.
Not a problem.
Don't kill me! Defend yourself! I didn't even see this many after the Battle of Brenna.
They've been feeding on plague victims for months.
The fire must have drawn them here. More down that way. We might want to find another path.
Of the two, I'd rather face some monsters than get involved in someone else's fight.
So, this is the only way. Let's go.
Witcher Geralt, what brings you here?
Zahen Schmartz. Explains the groans. Heard of anesthesia?
Sure, but herbs give me allergies.
Business looks slow. That groaning must have scared away potential patients.
It wasn't the groaning. It's this bloody mayhem between the elves and the Order. Though, it's given me time to pursue my passion. I collect teeth. Have I said so? And now, with the war, so many interesting specimens.
Strange hobby.
Is it? Seems like any other to me.
I found devourer teeth.
Dentition like an old woman's. Like my patient. She wanted gold, then asked its source. Cousin filched it from a corpse. 125 orens. Ah, screw it.
Don't think I was supposed to come in here.
Things are getting worse.
Hang on. I can see the break in the wall.
Let's get out of here.
Nothing can help her now. We should be safe in the swamp soon.
Oh, how horrible. I've never been so scared.
You were brave.
I never could have done it without you.
Where should I escort you? I have several things to do.
I'll be safe in the Druid's cave nearby.
Alright, so we made it out of Vizima, got over here, updated all of our quests, and got to see White Rayla get assassinated, which is always fun. And as you can see just from right here on screen, there are a ton of monsters in the cemetery right now. You're going to be chased endlessly by all these monsters trying to do quests in here, so it's always really fun.
Flaming Rose! Witcher, are you all right?
You arrived just in time.
I am Jacques de Aldersberg, Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
I have heard much about you, and know of your deeds, from a very trustworthy source.
Explain, please.
Geralt of Rivia asking me for explanations. He who so generously lavishes his wisdom upon others.
Forgive me for not laughing. I just didn't get the joke.
I don't intend to explain. Unlike you, I'm one to act. I want to laugh when I recall your pseudo-philosophical reflections. Witcher, only time can teach us. Only with perspective can one understand what is right. Who is human, who a monster, what is evil, and how to overcome it.
I'm in no mood to guess, so why don't you just tell me what made you so bitter? Otherwise we should part.
Forgive me, I can get irritable. Know they sometimes tell me of your deeds, and though I don't approve of them all, I'm always genuinely interested to hear them.
And how did I earn the interest of the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose?
I like to know what goes on in Temeria. It helps me appear in the right place at the right time.
Incidentally, thanks for your help.
Though you're not human, every knight's duty is to aid those in need. An element of our vocation.
Sounds beautiful. It's a shame so few real knights remain. To be honest, I've yet to meet one.
Pity about your lost memory. I could have reminded you of some things.
Was it Siegfried's knightly duty to discuss my private life?
Siegfried is no gossip. Even if he had told me, it would have been through a desire to help. No, my source was different.
And the source's name?
She has many names, and is moody as a lover. Magic, Witcher.
I see.
Do you know anything about the Order? The Order is an idea, from its foundations to its pinnacle. Our mission, our vision. Our objective is a new world, a new order that will come after the White Frost. A world in which all will get what they merit, not by birth or through connections. A world where the strong help the weak, and crime is duly punished. A world of clear principles and ideals. You must know anyone can join, be they peasant, merchant, even witcher. Knights collect no payment, and are promoted for great deeds.
Does the idea include neutral witchers? I hope your vision doesn't turn to nightmare.
I hope you'll understand when the time comes.
Don't let me keep you, but I don't like to owe favors.
You've paid your debt.
I don't understand.
You owe me nothing. Our rest is over. Fall in.
Farewell.
I'm going to the Druid's Cave. My patients need their medication.
I'll accompany you.
No need. There's unlikely to be many monsters after that massacre.
All right. See you.
See you.
Alright, before we start the Swamp Cemetery, we're going to run back to Old Vizima real quick, and we're going to go to the final notice board of the game and pick up all the little monster contracts. I'm gonna see if I can find that Garcane Saliva too. I think 6 might be enough. So depending on who you side with when you come back here, they'll either be the Scoia'tael will be in control, the Order, or since I'm neutral, the Temerian army has control over the area now.
Where will this end?
So this is the formula. If we kill the striga and get her heart, then we can get a potion that gives us 1 bronze and 1 silver talent. Completely unnecessary, of course, and I'm not going to be killing the striga in this playthrough because it's just not as rewarding, I feel.
Yes?
And this is only obtainable if you were neutral. You can actually come back to the hospital and talk to the nurses upstairs that you escorted, and you get a card for it.
Geralt?
What are you doing here?
Did Shani not come back with you?
She won't be back for a couple of hours. We have plenty of time.
Oh my, he heard everything. The famed witch's senses.
He heard us talking. Hallowed Melitele.
The goddess of love and fertility grant me strength.
But afterwards, we'll pray together.
Why stay and rot here?
And since we're already in town, we can turn in quite a few quests to Kalkstein.
No!
Geralt?
You posted a notice.
2. Which one do you mean?
Garcanes. 2 portions of saliva.
Does my favorite Witcher have them?
Of course. Here.
Splendid! The grand plan is one step closer. Your reward. Geralt?
You posted a notice.
2. Which one do you mean?
Wraiths. You wanted death dust, right?
Of course! And how did it go?
Smoothly. Here it is.
The invaluable White Wolf. Your reward. Geralt?
I don't think he sells anything worth buying at this point. Okay, apparently I don't have that yet.
Geralt?
Go ahead and sleep so I can level up. Alright, we got 5 silver and 1 gold talent to spend. Guess I'll just go with that. Honestly, there isn't much left to pick at this point. back to the swamp we go. Alright, first stop is going to be the good old druids in the druid cave. Assuming I can figure out how to get there. This area is going to make you hate drowners more than you already did in the sewers.
Greetings, Mr. Geralt.
Why are you here?
A revolt rages in Vizima. People killing each other. I'm not interested. The druids taking the innocent. I help them and provide protection.
Can I be useful?
They say deadly monsters have made their lair near the crypt in the swamp.
Know anything more?
People speak of a bat-like creature and a female vampire. Could you look into it?
What else can you tell me?
Ask, Witcher.
Farewell.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
One of these druids is supposed to let you turn in the quest. Probably have to sleep till morning.
What is it, traveler?
I hear you pay for Bloodsweeger blood.
Indeed. We wish to eradicate the species, an aberration of the ecosystem. We'll need 10 measures of blood.
Here are 10 measures.
So dependable. Here's your payment. What is it, traveler?
What are you doing here?
We're organizing a protest against logging and the murder of endangered species.
Now's not the best time.
After the rebellion, we'll lead our green march onto the foot of the royal castle. We'll protest until the king hears us. We prepared our chants like, "Hey ho, logging must go," or "Animal murder stops now."
I'd suggest putting off your protest for a long while.
Nature calls for help.
Farewell.
Okay, now we need to find the cousin and give him his money.
Witcher, I must speak with you.
Yes?
You were at Foltest Castle recently.
True.
Did my, cousine Antoinette have anything for me?
Indeed. I have your gold.
Ah, many thanks.
Next we're going to hit one of the refugee caves and give gold to the other guy. So interesting thing you can do is if for whatever reason you haven't been keeping up with all the side quests, you won't be able to get certain good pieces of equipment like armor and such. But if you only give gold to one or two of the cousins and not all of them, you can go back to the captain that the lady told you to speak to, who's her fiance. Try to lie to him that you gave the gold to everyone. He'll know that you didn't and demand the money back, and if you don't give it to him, he'll attack you, and you can kill him, and then you can get pretty much one of the best steel swords in the game off of his corpse. But since we've been doing side quests all the way through, I'll be able to get both the silver and the steel sword that are best in the game without having to resort to messing up side quests and killing other NPCs.
Witcher Gerard?
Yes?
Is it true you have access to Foltest Court?
The king has hired me.
No matter. I only wondered if you met my charming cousin Antoinette.
I did. Here's your gold.
Many thanks.
Since I'm remembering this time, I'm actually gonna make a cat potion since we're gonna be going into another crypt, so you guys can actually see what's going on.
I hear sounds behind this wall. There must be something inside.
The eternal fire must have sent you, Master.
Why are you here, good man?
I seek the grave of Raven, the great warrior. They say it contains vast treasures.
Find anything?
Horrid monsters attacked, then stones fell, trapping me. Were it not for you, sir.
Hurry while the path is clear. I'll see about those monsters.
They'll just be your standard monsters inside of crypts. You got your flutters, your ghosts, some other necrophages and stuff like that. So that gets us another piece of Raven's armor, and there's also a meteorite sword in here, but it's a lot worse than what you should already have by now. Piece of armor was the only important part. Everything in here is entirely optional to loot, but might as well show it off. There's no shortage of letter fangs and death dust in here. We're almost there. We got 2 levels to go and we'll hit the max level. Ghosts are actually worth a decent amount of XP too. And here's the remains of his armor and a Book of the Full Moon again, which we don't really need. Alright, time to get out of here. And we're gonna go find the last cousin and give him his gold.
At last. Antoinette certainly took her time. Where is my gold?
Who are you?
Antoinette's cousin. You must be her messenger.
Is that how you greet all strangers?
Oh, enough games. No one normal ventures into the swamp these days. Where is my gold?
Here.
Thanks. Finally, I can return home.
Alright, we got 4 more silver and 1 gold. Alright, we get to do our last boxing match of the game. We get to fight the champion himself. I think his name is like, starts with a Z, I forget what it is. There it goes, like Zdenek or something.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher, and for some time now, renowned fist fighter.
They say you have no name.
Call me Zdenek for now.
You don't look like a famous boxer.
So you say. Care to challenge me?
Good guess.
Ready to fight?
Always.
Swing away, then. Congratulations. Only a few have ever beaten me.
A few? They said you were undefeated.
Only because I reserve the right for a rematch each time. None has beaten me twice. Another time. I'm tired.
So he'll make you fight him again. Just come over to the fireplace, rest for 24 hours, and then just do the exact same thing to him again.
Ready to fight?
Always.
Swing away, then. My gold! Where's my gold?
Right here in my hand, I'm afraid.
Ah, keep it! You beat me a second time. A true fist.
Not surprising. You're pretty quick.
Alright, we have finally finished, after having started it in Chapter 1, both the fist fighting and the poker quests. They are completely done and out of our quest log. This is pretty much about... These are the last quests we pretty much have at this point. Now next, since we're neutral, if you weren't neutral and you were either Order or Scoia'tael, you wouldn't have to go here. You have to go into the Wayfarer's Stone so we can obtain a magical formula to finish the armor with Kalkstein. You have to use the sequence he gave you of Ard, Ingi, Ard in order to get teleported through. Unfortunately, the cat potion wore off. Some nice alchemy ingredients in there. Alright, and there's our magical formula. Alright, and next we're off to a old mine. You wouldn't normally go there unless you side with the Scoia'tael, but just going there just to show it off and see what's in there. Don't even know if it'll show up on the map if we're not with the Scoia'tael. It's around here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, since we're not Scoia'tael aligned, the only thing in here worth getting was that trunk. That's about it. Forgetting something. Oh right, there's a different combination you have to cast on the Wayfarer's Stone to get to the other portion of it where you get the gnomish device. Completely forgot about that part. Wait a minute. No, I'm just losing my mind. You don't have to go back. No, there should be one in the old mine. Don't mind me, I'm just losing my mind. I don't know why, but that completely slipped my mind. Alright, there are plenty of Bruxa and Alps in here for you to kill. And that's enough for the mercenary captain. And there's our gnomish device. Which isn't actually needed unless you sided with the Scoia'tael. I should probably just drop all this since I won't have any storage. Alright, now we get to go to the center of the island where the striga is supposed to be inside the old manor. Or is it the chapel? Might be the chapel. We're gonna hunt the 2 trophy monsters next, but we can't do that until we make it nighttime.
Right. Right. Alright, this is Vesper, our first guy. This Brux won't leave me alone. Trying to make sure I don't get too close to the other one, because I can't pick up both heads at once. Go away. Greetings.
Can I
They say
know anything?
people
Killed the Garcane. Here's proof.
excellent. He'll murder no more humans. 1,000 Oran's reward.
Farewell.
Right.
And we got another level up. One more to go. This time around we just get straight up 2 gold talents. And we'll go back for the Brux ahead, and that'll be all the trophy monsters in the entire game killed. So killing every trophy monster in the game will let you get a unique sword from the Royal Huntsman. It's either going to be the best silver sword or the best steel sword. And since there are 3 other chances of getting the best steel sword, you're going to want to take the silver sword because it's the only time you'll ever get a chance to get it.
Greetings.
Can I be useful?
They said
No,
people.
I killed the She Vampire. Here's proof.
Deadly these are. You were lucky. 1,000 Oran's reward.
Farewell.
I hear you slew 10 monsters and brought proof. Impressive. I'd like to reward, but I'm short on funds. But I can give you one of my 2 splendid swords, as you've truly aided Temeria.
Swords?
One is razor-sharp steel, supposedly forged by dwarves. The other is elven silver. Both valuable, both deadly.
Give me the silver sword.
All yours.
Farewell.
Alright, and this here is one of the best silver swords in the game. Technically speaking, Erendite is still pretty decent too. It's by no means a terrible sword, but this is the best sword in my opinion. And then we'll be able to get the best steel sword later from the dentist. Next we're going to go take a look at the chapel and see what's going on with the striga.
Sir, have you seen my son? He has straw-coloured hair, freckles on his nose, a child, 12 winters to him.
Sorry, I haven't.
I've been burning fires here to lead him through the mists. Oh, my dear son.
I hope you find him. I seek the striga that has its lair somewhere around here.
Sir, you see that old church on the hill? The striga lives in the crypt. She awakes at night and roams about in search of blood.
She leaves you alone?
Once she came for me. I didn't run, for I light this fire to guide my son through the night. The monster hesitated, then ran on. Since then, she's avoided me.
Interesting.
But I saw her catch a man once. Horrifying.
Tell me.
Elves set my neighbor's home ablaze and cut them to bits. I've decided to flee the city.
They tried to draft me into the army. Luckily, King Foltest has returned. He'll put those non-humans back on their leashes.
Rightly so. Know what I'll tell you?
That's odd. Why did I just... That was weird.
Greetings, Geralt. Foltest asked me to check on your progress.
Trust is fundamental.
True, but this particular monster is his daughter.
Why are you here?
Foltest well knows someone meddled with the curse. He cannot believe Ada turned into a beast by herself. The crypt may hide evidence. Foltest asks that you search the sarcophagus where the princess sleeps. Surrender any evidence you find.
I'll fulfill the king's order. Now show me to the princess.
Follow me.
Right, I'm gonna turn in the scimitar contract real quick.
Damn, it's hot in this thing. Oh, kind sir.
I'm here about the notice.
Ah, yes. You slew the Scimitars. You have 5 jaws to prove it?
Yes, here they are.
Thank you. Here's your payment. Damn, it's hot in this thing.
And here's our notes of an elven minstrel to complete the armor. Now, if you are order aligned, you'll go through this Wayfarer Stone. You need to do hard, and then inky. And you're supposed to be finding St. Gregory's Litany. And there it is. Completely unnecessary for us, but it's there if you need it. And now we get to do what we finally came here to do, and that is to neutralize the striga. So the two ways this can be resolved is obviously you can just kill the prince. Yes, you literally just do this. Yurden's also fun to do that with.
It'll be dawn soon. If I'm to kill her, I don't have much time left.
You don't want to do it to her too much because otherwise it'll kill her, but it's nice to do if you're tired of running around the sarcophagus. We have freed Ada from her curse. And there's a bunch of useless stuff in here you don't need if you want it. This right here is Astrid's journal. This is the guy who originally cursed her back in the book series. I believe the reason he did it was because he was in love with Foltest's sister, but then of course he was very horrified and disgusted when he realized she was sleeping with her own brother and then the kid and everything, and so he cursed the kid and all that.
Where am I?
Ada, you alright?
What happened?
It's over. You're well again.
Geralt.
Don't worry, you're safe. I'll take you home.
Oh, my hands. They're covered in blood. I killed, murdered so many people. Oh.
It wasn't your fault. Don't think about that. It's behind you.
I remember, through a fog. It was important. I concealed something in the sarcophagus. You must see it.
All right, I will.
Hold me, Geralt. I feel so cold.
It's this crypt. We should go. You'll feel better outside.
And...
Shutting me in that crypt. Nice gesture, Velerad.
Sorry, Witcher. King's orders.
The princess is freed. Ada, Velerad will take you home.
Witcher, second time I underestimated you.
Third time's a charm.
Foltest gave me something for you in the event that you survived. This is the devil, a Zerrikanian scimitar. The legends say it was tempered in dragon's blood.
Someone induced the princess's transformation into a striga. I have proof.
Where?
The king wanted to be the first to know.
Fine.
Is that all?
The king said if you want to cure the disease, you must go to the old manor. He said you would understand.
I do. Farewell.
Farewell, Witcher.
So he gave us a steel sword, but it's not really going to be any better than Gwalior, and it's definitely not going to be better than the best steel sword in the game. So before we head to the old manor, we're going to head back to old Vizima. We're going to turn in the last of our little side quests, pick up the best steel sword, craft our awesome armor, and then we'll pretty much be plowing right through to the end of Chapter 5. And despite the fact that there is an epilogue, it's actually a decent length, all things considered, even though it's an epilogue. It could almost be a chapter 6, although it's somewhat short.
Quite some time, Witcher. Word had it the princess put a large bounty on your head.
I'm relieved you didn't take that on.
If I'd known where to look. Who knows? Have to earn my bread somehow.
I know.
It's old news now. But I know I'll get another chance.
Enough about that. I've got some business.
Yes?
You posted a notice.
About the she-vampires? Got the blood?
Here's the vampire blood.
You've made our lives a lot easier, Witcher. Here's your gold.
Yes? Antoinette sent me.
How many little cousins did you find?
3.
Good work. One of the salamanders has an alchemical manual on him. Take it.
Farewell.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Alright, now we'll give that last tooth over to the dentist. Drop that sword too, it'll need it.
How can I help you?
I met Zdenek, the famous boxer.
Incredible. Have you his tooth? 250 orens.
I hope your collection's complete.
Yes, thanks. In appreciation, take this dwarven sail, Givalkir. Not from monsters, but it slices humans nicely. Ah, screw it.
Alright, and here is the best steel sword in the game. Plus 100% damage and penetrates opponent's armor. It'll be great when we have to tear through all those new mutant enemies we're gonna have to fight. Now we just need to get the best armor in the game.
Why stay and rot here?
Geralt?
I brought all the components.
I'll get right to work.
When will it be ready?
Tempering, carburizing, forging, power runes, elfin songs plus finishes. Tomorrow.
Alright, and there it is, we hit level 50, the cap on the game.
Be alert!
And you know what come back in a day means? It means go through a load zone and come back inside. So, a little interesting thing to note is, while you can continue to technically level up from here, you gain no talents from doing so. So 50 is the cap in regards to the talents, but I could go up to 60, 70, 80 if I wanted to, but it won't do anything for me though.
Geralt?
Is the armor ready?
Yes! Gaze upon a masterpiece, superior even to the original.
Thank you.
Pure pleasure. Penetrating the concealed qualities of steel and learning new alchemical compounds.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Geralt?
And we get our final 2 gold talents for the game.
Army life, tough. Damn, I'm thirsty.
Alright, this is our brand new armor. Minus 20% damage, plus 75 vitality, plus 15 endurance, plus 5% vitality and endurance regeneration, and plus 25% to all resistances. There are slight variations depending on who crafts it for you. Since Kalkstein did it, we get the plus 25% to resistances. If you have the elves do it, you don't get any vitality bonuses at all. You do get plus 10% to your sign intensity and plus 25 endurance, which isn't actually that great. And the order you get minus 30% damage received, plus 10% damage dealt, plus 150 vitality, and 10% vitality regeneration. I'd say on balance, probably the Order's armor is the best, followed by neutral and then Scoia'tael. And we get 3 potion slots too, and we can also carry extra weapons too if we wanted to. Those are all just bombs I don't need.
Be alert.
Alright, we're as decked out as we can be. And these are our last quests. We got Berengar's Secret, Her Highness the Striga, Identity, Sweet Revenge, and Witcher's Secrets. These are our last quests of the game.
Stop now, at once.
Now we're gonna head back out to the swamp and then find the old manor, which is apparently where Salamandra is hiding.
When will this end?
Alright, and I'm going to end this episode off here, and next episode we'll be finishing up Chapter 5, and we'll knock out the epilogue, and that might be it, assuming the other part isn't too long. This part's probably already pretty long to begin with. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.